Your Highness, what should we do now? Qianjin asked anxiously. You're asking me? Who the hell am I supposed to ask then? Li Wenqing wore a mournful expression. The 2 miracle doctors are dead, we can't even control the plague, and now this poisonous red mist that kills everything it touches. How am I supposed to handle all this? My head's about to explode, Your Highness, perhaps we should retreat for now? If the poisonous mist keeps spreading, this entire city might be destroyed. If you stay here, you'll only be putting yourself in danger, Qianjin advised. Retreat? Retreat to where? If Wugong City is destroyed, then my future is finished. Li Wenqing slumped in despair. Everyone knew that controlling the plague this time was a test set by the Emperor. If he performed well, he might become the chosen heir, but if he failed, he'd lose any chance of becoming crown prince. After working so hard to get this far, how could he willingly give up the throne that was almost within reach? Your Highness, as the saying goes, as long as the green hills remain, there's no fear of running out of firewood. As long as you're alive, there's still a chance to turn things around. But if you're infected by the mist and die, then it's truly over, Qianjin said earnestly. I get what you're saying, but it's not a matter of life and death, yet. I think we can still salvage this. Li Wenqing stood up and began pacing around the hall, muttering to himself. What to do, what to do? I need a plan. There has to be a way. There must be something we can do. As he walked back and forth, a thought suddenly struck him. Quick! Call everyone under my command here. Let's put our heads together. We'll definitely figure something out. Your servant obeys! Qianjin dared not hesitate. He answered quickly and turned to leave. His Highness was right. Not until the very last moment should they give up. Maybe there truly was a way to turn the tide, and if all else failed, they could still flee from Wugong City later. Meanwhile, as the red mist spread in Wugong City, similar events were occurring in Lin City, where Li Guanglong was stationed, and in Liang City, where Li Juntang was overseeing operations. Li Juntang's situation was much like Li Wenqing's. The plague had nearly been brought under control, with no further large-scale spread. Infected patients had also received proper treatment. Just when Li Juntang thought the worst was over, the red mist suddenly exploded. It erupted from the hospital where the patients were being held. In an instant, the entire hospital, hundreds of people, was wiped out without a single survivor. Li Juntang's entire medical team was decimated. When he received the news, Li Juntang flew into a rage and immediately deployed all firefighting forces to try and suppress the spreading red mist. But the results were negligible. The mist spread in all directions, unstoppable, seeping into every corner. Even though the fire brigades did their best, they had little effect. And so, like Li Wenqing, Li Juntang was forced into a painful dilemma: try to stop the spread of the red mist? Or flee for his life and abandon the mission? Either way, his political career would likely be over. Compared to them, Li Guanglong's situation was even worse. From the very beginning, he had failed to contain the plague. There wasn't even time to control information. Most of Liang City was already engulfed in panic, with people fleeing in every direction. Eventually, things got so bad that there were repeated incidents of people trying to break through checkpoints by force. Li Guanglong responded with ruthless methods. Anyone who broke through was thrown in prison on the spot. If they injured others in the process, they were shot dead on the spot. Under such brutal suppression, the people of Liang City were barely kept in line. But before Li Guanglong could even catch his breath, the red mist exploded in a crowded area. In just an hour, thousands were either injured or killed. The plague continued to spread, and now the red mist was adding fuel to the fire. Li Guanglong, a military man through and through, was utterly overwhelmed. He called his subordinates for advice, but no one had any good ideas. They were all running in circles, panicking. In the end, he could only vent his anger by executing a few corrupt officials. At the same time, in Yanglu village, Puqing, Margaret had just ordered her people to dispose of Pei Nan's corpse when she began receiving reports that cities were being consumed by red mist. What? Wugong, Lin City, and Liang City have all had red mist outbreaks. This is bad. Upon hearing the news, Margaret's brows furrowed deeply. She had thought Pei Nan's red mist explosion was an isolated case, but now, it was happening in 3 major cities. Clearly, the remnants of the White Bone cult had planned this long in advance. Those heartless cultists weren't just targeting Puqing. They wanted to turn all 3 other cities into ruins as well. Boss, what should we do now? With our current manpower, even if we wanted to send reinforcements, we'd never make it in time. Su Lan was completely frustrated. One disaster had barely been resolved in Puching, and now 3 more were exploding elsewhere. They didn't even have time to breathe. Dustin, it's all up to you now. Margaret turned to look at the man beside her. Dustin, her tone filled with urgency and hope. The red mist couldn't be stopped by human means. Only a cultivator at Dustin's level, someone at the earthly immortal stage, had the power to turn the tide. As a citizen of Dragon Marsh, I will not shy away from my duty. Dustin didn't waste another word. With a light tap of his foot, he shot into the sky. In an instant, he became a streak of light that soared across the heavens and disappeared from the sight of the 2 women.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tight, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in my heart